Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to Neokills Gaming. In today's video, we're going to be going over the summit on insane difficulty survival mode. This is going to be for the dragon pet. Alright, this is map 12. This is the final map for Dungeon Defenders Awakened, at least for now, until we get some more content, which hopefully that will be before long. They do have more content being released here in the second and third quarter of this year. But if you see my other guides, you'll know that we'll mostly be using the Apprentice, the Huntress, and the Squire. And you would also know that you want as much as you can into Fortify. You want that as high as possible. For the Huntress, you want, again, most everything into Fortify, but a little bit into range and defensive rate as well. And there's the pet we're going for, the dragon. And then for the Apprentice, you want as much as you can into power while still being over at least 100 in the rest of the stats. Keep it pretty well balanced. Now for what I do on this build, I start off with, actually we're going to start with the Squire. And I like to just start right here at the top of the stairs, and we're going to fit 4 spike blockades. Something like this, right across the top here. And that will work pretty well. We're going to go ahead around the rest of the map here and place the rest of our blockades and get that out of the way. And the Squire's job will already be done. So then on the rest of these paths here, we are going to use 2 each. So something right around like that. You want the middle guarded more than the other ones, so don't leave too big of a gap in the middle. You want those pretty tight. Otherwise, like, sometimes things can sneak by through there. And we're going to do the same thing here. Now we'll switch to, wrong one, Apprentice here. And we're going to place one of our Flame Burst towers right there. We're going to place one facing forward there. And then this path as well. Then for the last one, we're just going to place it right up here on top, and those will shoot down to our other blockades. Now, if there are any archers that have the fire resistance, you will have to kill them yourself because they won't run into the spike blockades and die, and they'll just stay back and shoot the spike blockades, and your flame burst towers will not be able to kill them yet. Not without our darkness traps from the Huntress. So anything that has a fire immunity, just go around and kill yourself. It's a little bit of a pain for the first wave here, but I mean, this setup does work pretty well, so it's definitely worth it. And we actually have enough mana to start placing some more towers here now. So we're going to place one right here on the side of this crystal. And the way we want to angle these ones are, you want to keep that left arc so that way it still covers where the wyverns come in. And your right arc should be far enough to get to that gargoyle statue right there. That way it will cover the paths for both of those wyverns. And I jumped before that finished building, so you got to place it again. But that's all there is to it for that, and we're going to mirror that on the other side once we get the rest of our mana here. Alright, now we have enough mana. So we're going to come back over here, and we're going to place one the same way here. You want that left angle just on the gargoyle, and then that is enough to cover both paths there for the wyverns. Now for the rest of these, we'll put our other traps in quick. We'll switch to Huntress, and we're going to use the darkness trap and gas trap combination here. A darkness trap will remove any of the weaknesses or elemental resistances that the enemies have. So your flame burst towers will work on every monster then. And the gas trap is going to be for slowing them down. And just something like that. I normally keep my gas traps a little bit further behind the behind the darkness traps. So that way they're not going off quite as often. And now we can switch back to our apprentice. Everything else will be on our apprentice here. We just don't happen to have enough mana yet. So we're going to add another flame burst tower there for now. And we'll fast forward to the end of this wave. And once this is done, I'll show you the rest of the build. Alright, now we have all of our mana. And we're going to place another flame burst tower on this side. Place about the same way there. And the same thing on this path. Then we will place one more up front here. We want a total of 3 on the front. And then what's left is the deadly strike towers. So for this, I like to place one right about here, just facing straight forward. And then we're going to place one about right here on the corner of this stone. Now for this one also, you want that right path to be right around where that line is to the right of the gargoyle. And that way it will shoot the wyverns on both paths as well as the ogres that are up front. So we're going to do the same thing with this one here, only the opposite direction. Something right like that. Now for these ones, we're going to place this one here, and pretty much the same thing, only on this side. You want that right line to cover the entirety of that front staircase there. And then the same thing with this one here, facing this way. You want that staircase in the center covered for the ogres that come down. And that's it for the build, and you can upgrade as needed, repair as needed after every wave. And yes, you will have one defensive unit left. That's all there is to this build. For more damage to the ogres, make sure you're upgrading the deadly strike towers first. Normally I focus on these ones, and then like the spike blockades as they're taking damage. Especially like the ones up front here, they will take a good bit of damage because you have so many ogres coming from the front. But alright, with that we will fast forward until wave 15 with the pet. Alright everyone, this is going to be the last wave here before we get the pet. And I will let this one run out so that way everyone can see how this build works in action here. If you have any comments, let me know down below. Any questions, same thing. If this helped you, leave a like on the video, and as always, please subscribe. It helps me out a great deal, and I thank you all for your support. I appreciate it. Alright, and there we go. And there is our dragon pet. Now, this map can still give you some legendary gear, level 60 gear, like this here. Like, you get a couple pieces, but if you see my previous video, the one right before this, the promenade, I still think that is a much easier map to do with a lot higher drop rate on the legendary gear. It just seems like you get it more frequently there. I mean, you can take this one up to 25 as well with this, but the promenade is a bit quicker, and it's a bit easier to a little bit more AFK. Like, you don't have to repair quite as much. But alright, I hope this helped everyone out, and let me know down in the comments below if you have any questions. Alright, thanks again. Remember to subscribe. Thank you.